Welcome back to Razmafsar TV. Today I'm going to show you a combination with Shamshir and Separ. Now we are going to combine different strikes from different guards so you can see the fluid movements how you can create in Razmafsar system. So to start with, I'm going to show it to you. We are going to start with the middle guard. So as you can see it here, I am in the middle guard. I bring it up and do a vertical strike, go to the cross guard below the armpit, then I do an armpit cut. See that? This is the head strike, then armpit cut. In the beginning, I didn't make any steps. I didn't take any steps, but now the second one, I just step forward. You see that? Make sure when you step forward the blade is first on its way, then you step forward, right? It's not like punching, otherwise you can be counterattacked, right? So you see that? Okay, now I stand there. This is without taking any steps, as you can see it here, right? And then cut. But now here I go up and then explode and cut at this, cutting with an explosive movement, as you can see it here. So I come and cut, go below the armpit, and then cut under the armpit. So 2 guards and then 2 strikes. Important is the way you move your body. You see, first do not make any steps. So just stay there, exercise the whole movement, the whole motion, and once you got used to it, just go forward and then step forward, as you can see it here. This is one of my favorite combinations because the very curve of the Shamshir allows you to cut at different angles and keep threatening your opponents, and this combination also makes sure that you deliver devastating cuts, as you can see it here. So you bring it up, come down below the armpit, and then cut below the armpit, right? So you have middle guard, strike, cross guard, strike again. Okay, now I will move on to the second one. The third one, I'm sorry. You see that we are going to do the same combination, but this time by a different way of stepping. Because the way you change the stepping, it will also change the nature of your combination. Here you see that here, with the first one, I step forward and then cut. You see that with the first one I step and then the second one I stay. By changing the stepping, it makes it hard for your opponent to guess what you want to do. Although you are doing the same combination, he will think you are doing something else. You see that? So the first one, you step forward, you cut, go below the armpit, and then for the second cut you stay there. That's what you do actually here in this case. So the first one, you step forward, cut, and then the second one you stay there and cut. That's what you do. So the first one, you cut, go below the armpit, cross guard, and then you do an armpit cut. Move on, and then in the next one, again, I'm going to use the same combination but different types of stepping. Let me show you what I mean here when I use another form of stepping. So I have shown you 3 different forms, and now here you see that what I mean here. Here I step for the first one and then for the second one. So 2 steps, you go in a very aggressive manner forward. You see 1 and then 2. So if I come back here, you see that first one you cut, second one you step cut. So 2 stabs and 2 cuts. As you can see here, I come here, cut. For the second one I also step forward and cut. So I come here and cut. For the second one I go and cut as well. So 2 cuts in a row, but with 2 steps. So you just constantly pressurize or put your opponent under pressure, pushing him back. So you come forward, cut, then you step forward, cut. You see, you cut, and then you go and do cut at the same time. So you see that you step forward and do this combination by different types of stepping, as you can see it here. So you cut, and you cut by stepping. Each time you step, you cut first, initiate the cutting, then you step forward to put your weight behind the cut. That's the whole idea behind it. Just show you the same combination, but this time with different types of stepping. So far I have shown you the same combination with 4 different types of steps, and now I'm going to show you another variation or variants of it. So here I cut. The first one I stay there, and the second one I go back. You see, the second one I go back. So I trap him into attacking me. The first one I stay, the second one, or then you can, the first one you can go back, and the second one you can stay. So or you can do both. You can step back. So there are 3 variations. I've shown it to you. Look, this is the third one. You see that again, 3 different variations by stepping back you can create. You see that here, the 2 steps here back, but you could stay there and then the second one go back, or the first one you go back, the second one you can stay there. So even stepping back will change the nature, right? You see that was the first one. You see that? You stay there for the first cut, the second will go back. Or you can go back both of them, as you can see it here. So by making changes in your steps, you can make it very like a surprise to your opponent during the fight, as I mentioned it to you in a swordsmanship fight. So you see the same concept is used in different martial arts. So it's not only the combination is important, but also your stepping. Because positioning and stepping are much more important than what is happening with your weapon hands or with your arms or even legs. So positioning and stepping are important. You see, here you go again, 2 steps back, as you can see it here. I'll show it to you one more time, as you can see it here from this side. And now let us just take a look at it from the other side. So you see the second one, I step back. Here the first guy stay, the second one step back. Or other way around, the first, here I go back and or 2 steps back. So all these variances are possible. Thank you very much for watching my channel. If you want to have more information, please buy my book Persian Archery and Swordsmanship from the webshop provide in the descriptions of this video. Please subscribe and make comments and ask any questions you have. Thank you very much.